If your income has been over $100,000 filing as an individual or $200,000 filing as a couple, if it's been over this amount over the last 2 years, there are three important things to ask yourself as you're making your Medicare decision. Medicare has certain high income penalties, which can have huge implications on when you join Medicare and what steps you can take. So in this video, let's talk about what does this rule mean and what are the three things that you can do to understand how you can pay less for your Medicare coverage. I'm Emily with the Medicare Coach, an independent Medicare consultant, helping our clients easily navigate both the Medicare rules as well as the insurance company options to help them do what's best for them, to have the best healthcare while also protecting their retirement savings. So I'm not an agent, I'm not a broker, I have no insurance relationship, I'm not the government, so you will hear me say very different things in these videos. And down below, I have some extra resources for you to help you easily make your right Medicare decision. So let's hop into this. If your income over the last 2 years has been around $100,000 filing as an individual or $200,000 filing as a couple, there's one important rule to be aware of and three steps to be aware of also. The rule is this: Medicare looks at your income from 2 years ago. And if you're over their threshold, you're going to pay more for both Medicare Part D as in drug and Medicare Part B as in boy. These penalties can be over $400 a month, and so depending on what your income is, the more money you make, the more money you pay. So Medicare, again, looks back 2 years at your past income to determine what you pay for Medicare. So if you're joining Medicare or if you're on Medicare, there's three important things to consider. Number one is, should you join Medicare, or when should you join Medicare? In many cases, those people who have higher incomes, you might still be working. And if you have an employer plan that meets Medicare rules, and your employer plan is also cheaper than Medicare, you could be better off delaying your Medicare coverage. Many high-income people will delay Medicare because of those income implications and because they have an employer plan that meets Medicare rules and is ultimately less expensive than Medicare. So factor number one, if you have those high-income penalties, ask yourself, should you join or when should you join Medicare? Because it will impact that overall cost and coverage analysis. Okay. So let's just say that, yep, you have to join Medicare. Okay, great. Step number two is, do you have a qualifying event where you can appeal that high income penalty? Medicare gives you a few times where you can appeal this high income penalty. And they tend to be around things like work stoppage or work reduction are the most common ones. So if you've retired or going to part-time work, you could appeal your high income penalty if we can prove that your income has gone down. Now, we have cases where someone's going to make $1 million 2 years ago, but now they're going to only make $500,000. The thing is, depending on the thresholds that you are crossing over, it could still be worthwhile to appeal those high income penalties. So no matter where you're at, going from $1 million to $500,000 or going from $100,000, $150,000 to $80,000, it's worthwhile to appeal those things. So again, do you have a qualifying event like a work reduction or a work stoppage that can be appealed? Now, if you have something like a Roth conversion or a 401k distribution or selling of a home or other unique events happening to your income statement, you're not always guaranteed to appeal those incomes depending on what the category is of the high income or the reduction. But my point is, it's always worth asking the question because in cases it could be appealed. Okay. So again, number one is, when should you join Medicare? Because having a high income can impact when you join Medicare. Number two is, do you have an appealable event to reduce your overall high income penalties? And number three, let's appeal it, right? If you think that you can appeal it, submit your paperwork, provide your proof and your rationale for why you want to have it appealed, and ask for the government to reduce it. Now, as soon as you put in your appeals when your high income penalties could potentially stop. So you are responsible for all of your old penalties if you didn't appeal it before then. So we tell our clients, appeal as soon as you possibly can to stop the accrual of the penalty. If they approve it, great, they'll go back to the state and stop those high income penalties. And if they don't approve it, then you have the high income penalties for at least another year when it's reevaluated. So again, if you have those high incomes, it's important to know what the rules are, what factors to consider to do what's right and best for you. So if you found this helpful, give us a thumbs up and make sure you follow along for more inside tips. We look forward to helping you easily make your right Medicare decision.